All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Corey Schiebel, and I am going to take you through beautiful HammerTech. So you're watching this video because you are using HammerTech on one of Higley's jobs. So you received this in a welcome email. So we'll talk a little bit more about this here in a minute. The welcome email will give you a high level of how to do this. This video, we're just going to dive in a little bit deeper. And I think I'll be able to explain it to you pretty easily as to how to use HammerTech and how to do the things that we need you to do within it. And my intent is to put a table of contents in the comments section. So if you want to learn how to do orientation, you can fast forward or just submit your safety plan, fast forward to that section or whatever you may have it. So without further ado, HammerTech is a safety software in which it brings a lot of the things that we do together into one program. So our employees, our subcontractors, will go through orientation through HammerTech, and we'll talk about that. And we submit our safety plan, our JHAs, and our safety data sheets separately. All that's separate, not in one document. I know that could be a little shocker to you, but it's easier and it's better in the long run, and I'll go over that as well. We also will have our foremen submit their toolbox trainings and their weekly huddles through HammerTech. And another big feature is that we will attach our safety issues directly to the contractor so that whenever yourself or your foreman logs into HammerTech, they will, have their notifications and they'll be able to respond to those safety issues. So you've already been looking at my mug a little bit too long, so let me show you HammerTech. So first thing is you're going to get put into the HammerTech system and by the Higley team. So if you're not the right person or, whatever the case is, we're going to put the project manager in as the primary contact. You're going to submit all the safety paperwork. So if that's not to be you and you have your own in-house safety guy or whoever, let our team know and they will put them in. So first you'll receive this email, new HammerTech user for AM Higley, whatever. Click the link. I've already created an account, so it will direct you to do that. You also simultaneously will receive a welcome email, and it's going to say, hey man or woman, welcome to HammerTech, and you are set up for this project. Obviously this is a demo project in HammerTech that we've set up, but have your name, it's going to have the date that you'll start at, and here is how you have selected this lovely video for me to take you through. It's also going to say in that welcome email, here's how you can change your employer details in the system. Here's how you submit JHAs and SDSs. Again, I'm going to just show you that in here. I think it'll be a little easier. Here's how you get people through orientation. And here is how you submit your site-specific safety plan in the system. So obviously there's all links you can click on. But in our templates will be in this welcome email as well. Before I dive too far in, let me just show you HammerTech. So whenever you log in, you're going to be looking at something similar to this. I've created a company called M.A. Wigley. I know, super creative. It is what it is, but you're going to be looking at something like this. And first thing is, you're in company overview. So if you had a whole pile of Higley jobs that you're with, they'd all be listed under company overview. I'm telling you, the first thing you need to do is click the correct project that you need to be in, or else you won't be able to submit your safety plan. So for you, you click the hospital or the school or whatever project you're working on. That needs to be right up here. The next thing is, this is just like every other app. A little bell up here, it's going to tell you what notifications you have. You know, if a new safety issue or if your safety management plan was or was not accepted, that's all going to be up here, so you can click on those. This is your dashboard. It's just set up that you can see if somebody's drug card's expiring or whatever, you know, may be happening with licenses or whatever. It's going to have it up here. So you can, I'm not going to show you how to change your dashboard now, but you can do that. So then you come over to this lovely dark blue section over here, and this is the meat and potatoes of HammerTech. So obviously, if you want to access your employer details, just going to click that and click the details. It's all going to be in here. If you want to see which of your guys or gals have been through orientation, you're going to click personnel, all workers. You can see who has been through the system and who has not. Obviously, this is a test environment. And then these next three are what was the old safety plan. So JHA is pulled out, safety data sheets are pulled out, and your safety plan. Before I dive into that, I wanted to give you, this is the overview of HammerTech. Obviously, my account and support is a really good feature as well. Let me discuss for a minute or two about orientation. So in order to get your people through orientation, there is 3 options. Option number 1 is in your welcome email. And under the enrollment and orientation, you could take this link and you could email it to your workers. Not a popular feature, but you can do that. And whenever you click on it, all they're going to have to do is find the right project that they need to be in, make sure it's the right one. They're going to click it, and it will take them to set up with orientation. And really, it's going to look like this. Hey, what employer do you work for? M.A. Wigley, put your name, your information in. I'm not a robot, your date of birth, and then enroll. It's going to make you watch the orientation video and everything. So that's option 1. Option 2 is we can send you a text message link so that, you know, if you're going to tell your team what job they got to be at tomorrow, you obviously have their cell phone number, and you could also send them that text message link. Option 3 is potentially my favorite feature, is for orientation. Each job site will have a QR code. This is a QR code if you are behind the times, just kidding, and you're not sure what a QR code is. It's right here. And essentially what you do is you're going to open the camera with your smartphone device. You're going to hover over this, and it's going to take you to this menu. So each job will have their own QR code, you know, specific to that project, and it will take them to that project. If you've already been through the system, when you put your information in here, it will import all of your data over. Keep in mind, your guys will need to be prepared to watch that 20-minute video. They're going to need to have their drug card and photo ID ready, because they're going to put that in the systems themselves, put their own expiration date. And after they do the orientation, they're going to go back to Higley's field office for that job. And our guys will see who has been through the orientation. Oh, they completed the test. And they'll go down through and they will check their drug card and then approve them. Okay, so that is orientation in a nutshell. Every single person has to go through orientation and be approved. They have to stop back in the field office. So then I'm going to talk to you, primary contact, about submitting your safety plan. So you're going to click your safety plan module. You're going to click Create New. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put in M.A. Wigley Safety Plan. Obviously, you're going to put your company name in, and you can put your scope in here, okay? Then you're just going to upload the 3SP, and it'll pop up right here. I have it open because I want to show you something. And then once you do that, you could say, hey, I want the reviewer to know, we only have 2 workers for 2 days. Obviously, we're going to review your safety plan a little bit less stringent if that's the case. And then you're going to submit for acceptance. Again, I'm not going to do that. So, probably should have done that. That would have been a better way to show you. Anyway, whenever you submit your plan, it's going to come over to Higley's side of things, okay? And then I'm going to look at it and I'm going to review it. I already did this one. And so I'm telling you that you forgot your first aid CPR certification. So this would actually say rejected, but so you will receive an email, just so you know. It's going to say, hey, you submitted your safety plan for whatever project on this date, and it was not accepted. So you'll receive an email. You'll also receive a notification up here, and it will say rejected. And you'll see what that looks like here soon. But I will put in the reviewer notes, and then all you're going to do is click Options, Edit, and we're going to remove the old safety management plan, and we're going to upload the new one. So if you're not real techie, you're just going to go into your old safety plan. You're going to insert the requirement that we're asking for. So I'm just putting my drug card in, but for this case, you needed to put in the first aid CPR. Then you're going to choose the new file. You're going to upload it. It's in there. And now you're going to save changes. You can say added certification, whatever you can. And that's going to come to our side of the table. So again, pending review. So once it's accepted, it'll look like this. Now what I'd like for you to do is don't go, if you have to make changes, don't keep creating new safety plans. Whenever it's rejected because you're missing something, you just go back into that old plan, click edit, and add what we're asking for. Again, don't keep creating new ones every single time. Just keep it to one plan. So JHA is going to work just the same. It's going to be real simple. Activity name, whatever you're doing, put your scope here. If you need the JHA form, you can download it here. If you have your own, we'll accept that. Going to put your JHA in here for tree felling or whatever. You can attach, and we're going to ask you to do this, your foreman. So once your foreman goes through orientation, you can attach them to it. And then again, you could put your anything that you need to tell us, or whatever, or only shrubs. We're only taking care of some shrubs here. Let's relax on all these requirements, whatever. And then you're going to submit it, okay? And what that's going to look like, and I've done a whole bunch of tests here just so you can see. Here's what accepted, here's what rejected, here's what pending looks like. So again, in the event that it's rejected, you click on the email, click on the link, whatever. Options, edit, make the needed changes, remove the old one, add the new one, and then you would click Save Changes, and it would go in there to a pending status. Last one for the safety plan, the old safety plan, is the safety data sheet. So this is actually a really cool feature. At first, you're going to wince. You're going to say, I don't like that, but bear with me. So in safety data sheets, you have to put a safety data sheet in the system one time, and then you can import it every time after that. So, or if you didn't put it in and some other contractor did, whether it's one of your another company does what you do. But first, let me show you, you're just going to put in the information, hazard classification, health hazard, or whatever it is that the thing says. And you're going to upload the safety data sheet. Again, just that's not a safety data. But you're going to upload your safety data sheet. Keep in mind it needs to be an SDS, not an MSDS. So it needs to be 16 sections. You're going to click which pictogram belongs to it, and then you're going to submit for approval. Okay? And so we have to approve those as well. Once each safety data sheet is approved, then on your next project, you can import. So at that point, you could say, hey, I need gasoline for my law. So that's one of the ones I need. So all the things that have gas in it that were accepted are going to pop up here. So whatever applies to you, you can click. So for the demo here, I'm going to say, we need propane, we need oxygen, acetylene. We're really going to be going hard on this job. And so nitrogen, whatever you need goes in here. Also, you have the option to click your company only. So ones that you have had approved on previous jobs, they will just pop up here. Drywall compound, whatever it is that you use every single time. So that way you can just put it. Each one of those ones that I clicked when I said gas, each one of those ones that I clicked, will come down here. So I click propane, oxygen, acetylene. I could say, nah, I don't need acetylene. I just need propane and oxygen, whatever. And then you click import, and now they're submitted to that project. So it will be pretty quick once you do that for each specific job, okay? So then all of your safety data sheets, obviously I've been messing around on this just to see what it looks like. They'll all be on this job, okay? So that's why those are broken apart. So I think that should get you the 90% on submitting your safety data sheets. And so what we're going to look at now is we're going to switch gears. We've gone over orientation, how to get your guys through that. We've gone over your safety plan, your JHAs, and your safety data sheets, and how to submit those. Again, you can review your people who have been through orientation, personnel. Do not add your personnel through this create new feature because they have to go in and watch the video, and so you'll booger up the system. So then this point of the video, I'm just going to show you a few things that are further down the line, but you can help train your foreman on it as well, is how to submit toolbox trainings and weekly huddles. So we click meetings tab or module, create new, your toolbox training, MA Wiggly toolbox training, I don't know, whatever today's date is, 10/8. And then we talked about falls today. We can upload our toolbox talk here. And then this part is very important. Each person that has been through orientation is now going to be in the system. So then we can click the people that attended the toolbox, add them in there, and we can sign for them. Do we want to have each individual worker sign it? Or do we want to upload a photo of the attendance? You can take a picture of the hard copy toolbox that has all the sign-ins on it right there. If you do the individual, then they can just click here and, put your signature signed, add that in there. The reason that that's cool is then it tracks that Corey Schiebel was trained on falls on this date, and you'll have the toolbox right in there. And so that's a really handy feature to have. That your employees were trained on these toolbox talks. Same with the weekly huddles. It's going to work just the same. So then you would click create and complete. The only time you would click create and not create and complete is if somebody was not there to sign off on it. And so you're not ready to submit it. You need to go back in and access it. You would click create instead of create and complete. So when you're done with it, just create and complete. So then the last thing that I wanted to show you is issues. So in HammerTech, I, as a safety person, can attach my safety issues to any employer, any subcontractor. And so for this demo, let's see what we have in here. I can attach, say a positive one saying, hey, using trench box adequately. That's what that looks like. Or if I, wanted to add a new issue, I could go in here and click negative, go through it and submit it. So whenever you get an issue, it will pop up as a notification. You will receive an email just like these other ones. And when you click on issues, you'll be able to click my issues or outstanding issues, and then you'll be able to click on it. Cool feature about that is that, it'll have a date on it as to when it's supposed to be corrected by, and it may require a photo to be attached as well, at which point your foreman will go through with his smart device, his iPad, say it's housekeeping, clean up that area and, be able to, add the photo and then submit the corrective action, in which it will go back to Higley and we will approve or disapprove, reject the corrective action. So those are the big things with HammerTech. If you have any questions, you need to just reach out to Higley, reach out to the safety department. There's that support function in the bottom left module down here is huge. I've used that a lot. It really helps. And there's more that can be done in the program, but for the sake of this video, I think that will do everything that we need. So thank you for your time and appreciate your cooperation with HammerTech. Take care.